Hey guys, Metro here. I've been working on a new jig. This is my first jig I've made for slingshots, other than like kind of the sanding stuff. But I've been working on making some board cut slingshots that need to be routered. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm frightened and scared the hell out of using a router. It's probably the most dangerous thing in the shop. If you make a mistake not holding your work correctly, it could fly off and you could actually really hurt yourself in a very short period of time. So I wanted to get my hands away from the spinning router bit, because that thing's spinning at like 20,000 RPM with a sharp carbide bit. It's not so pleasant for the hands. Luckily, I still have all my fingers, but to continue having all my fingers, I made this jig. I was trying to figure out a way to hold onto a slingshot instead of just holding onto it like this and actually spinning it towards the bit, and I really didn't like that because, first of all, I'm so ginger with holding onto it. I'm gonna get a lot of chatter with the tool, and the other problem is that the slingshots are so narrow that when you start getting to these places that you're actually gonna hold onto a lot of places, and your hands get really close to the blade. So I don't really feel comfortable with it. So I've been researching a whole bunch of other jigs, and what seemed to happen when I was making my router tables, actually, which is funny, I was routering, using the router tables to make a fence for the router table. I needed to chamfer the edge of it. So what I did is actually take one of those quick clamps and then clamped it onto the edge of a piece of board. And when I was sliding it through, it had a bit of a handle to hold onto it. So I'm thinking, well, why can't I make something that could hold a slingshot to do the same thing? So I came up with this. It's got a lot of holes. It looks pretty simple. Basically, it's just two pieces of hard maple. It's got some holes with taps on here for the handles. These handles I got for, I think, 50 cents a piece at Lee Valley. They were clearing them out. I'm not sure what they're actually used for, but they're awesome for tool handles and that kind of thing. I'll tell you why there's more holes on this side, but there is 5/16 steel rods that allow the one of the edges to roll, and this side is actually fixed in place. Right here are 1/4-inch wood dowels with some TheraBand black tubing on it. The reason why I used wood in case instead of a steel bolt or something, just in case if, say, the router bit hit it, it's not going to actually damage the router bit or actually it'll just plane right through it. So that's another safety feature I kind of put into that. The way I stop it is that using 2 thumb screws on the other side. So that stops this motion, so it actually clamps it down quite well. So I'll just demonstrate real quick. So this is a really old bamboo slingshot I worked on for a little bit there. So it kind of goes in like this, and then you push it in, and the rubber grips take hold of it, and then you just do this up and do this up, and it's pretty good. It doesn't go anywhere. You're able to hold it with 2 hands and then press down with better, much better control, and then move it through the router bit and that kind of stuff. But obviously you're not going to be able to get it on this side and then on this edge. But luckily I spaced these out so that you can just sort of do this, do this way, same idea, and now your edge is exposed over on this side, so you're able to finish off the edge. And because of this, I've also included other holes. Sorry, this thread's longer than I thought. Other holes so that you can actually screw in this side or offset the handle so that it's a little bit easier to work with. So that's basically how that works. I mean, it works with bigger frames like this one. It also works with medium-sized frames like this. This is a mule, and same idea. It squeezes in there, so you're able to kind of access this whole edge, and then when you're finished it, you can flop out the side and then use the other side. It also works for small frames, like this Titan I was working on with some spalted maple. Didn't work out, so I'll just use it as an example. You can tell that this palm spool here is really small, so it's nice that I actually included 3 pins in the bottom so that it would capture it, and then slide this in and then lock it in place. And again, it's not going anywhere, and you're able to work it on the router without fear of actually taking off a finger. Because I know working with small stuff, I don't like taking risks too much. But again, I don't use the router as much as I say I do, because I do still like hand making these radiuses. But I imagine this is a really good thing for any kind of small part, because if you made this on your own, you can actually add a series of other pins that are removable, or any kind of combination of pins you want. You can actually make a few of these so that you're able to have multiple pieces ready to go. So that's kind of it. I don't know what to name this, but I guess it's just like a small parts slingshot router jig for holding small work to get your hands away from the blade, because it's super dangerous. Like I said, I can't stress enough that a router is definitely one of the most dangerous things in the shop, and I do not like using it, but sometimes just got to use it. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tools and more jigs and more crazy ideas that deal with slingshots and other just kind of shop tomfoolery. So thanks for watching.